Hello and welcome to Obla Air, a Learn English radio series from the British Council. I'm Joan Walker.
And I'm David Evans. And in today's programme, we're going to hear the 9th episode of our story, The Freeport Marathon.
Obla Air is sponsoring the first ever Freeport Marathon because the captain wants more publicity for his airline. He wants to capture the hearts of Freeport, to get the attention and the affection of the whole city.
But things have not been going well. Two of Obla Air's runners, Muzz and Pavy, have dropped out of the race, and so the captain has decided to run himself.
And there are also problems with the previous sponsor, the Freeport Juice Corporation. Runners have been sent T-shirts with their name on, and their name is on the posters in the centre of Freeport too. And last time, 3 singers came to the Obla Air office to sing a song about the Freeport Juice Corporation, which didn't please the captain at all.
Muzz, can you go and see what that dreadful noise is?
Hey, if you're feeling down, chilling in your chair or running around the town, at any time of day, in any situation, get a juice from the Freeport Juice Corporation. If you're feeling up, hey, if you're feeling down,
can I help you?
chilling in your chair or running around the town, oh, hi there.
Yes. What do you want?
You're the sponsors of the Freeport Marathon, right?
Yeah.
Well, we're here with your special Freeport Marathon song.
Just a minute. We are the sponsors of the Freeport Marathon, but we're not the Freeport Juice Corporation, if that's what you're thinking. They went bankrupt. We're Obla Air.
Obla Air?
Muzz, what's going on?
Captain, there are 3 girls out here dressed up as oranges.
Dressed up as oranges? What? Oh, not something else from the Freeport Juice Corporation. This is driving me mad. Tell them to go away.
Hang on. Let me talk to them. Have you girls already been paid?
Sure.
Did you hear that, Captain? If they've already been paid, we might as well use them. Don't you think?
Well, yes, I suppose.
Could you sing a song about Obla Air instead?
Well, we don't really know any songs about Obla Air. In fact, we've never even heard of Obla Air. Isn't that right, girls?
Never. Well, all right, I tell you what, I'll write a song for you.
Really, Pavy? Are you sure that's a good idea?
Yeah, we'll sing it for you at the pasta party.
And in today's first scene, we find out what happens at the pasta party. It's the night before the race, and lots of runners have come to the Obla Air office. We hear Pavy say,
Right. Who else needs a bowl of pasta?
Muzz says that he'd like some, but Pavy tells him pasta is only for runners. And my first question for you today is, what does Muzz ask for instead? A little later we hear Pavy say to everyone,
To celebrate the first ever Freeport Marathon, we've written a special Obla Air Marathon song, which we are now going to perform for you.
They then sing a short song, or a rap, really, based on the slogan on the Obla Air T-shirt.
At Obla Air, we go the distance.
And what is the reaction to Pavy's marathon song? And one more question for you. At the end of the scene, the captain asks Vinny,
Do you think we will capture the hearts of Freeport tomorrow?
And what's Vinny's answer to that question? Here's the scene.
Right, who else needs a bowl of pasta?
Oh, thank you, Pavy.
Muzz, pasta is for runners.
But I am a runner. Well, I would have been a runner, but I'm injured. What can I do about that?
Don't give him any, Pavy. He's had some already.
There, you see? You're just being greedy.
I tell you what, perhaps I could have some more of that new Betsy's booster instead. Have you tried it?
No, I haven't tried it. Because I haven't had time. I've been too busy working.
Well, you should have some. You know, she mixed it with orange juice. It actually tastes really nice now. A bit weird, but really nice.
Perhaps I'll try a glass later. A small glass. And no more for you. It's for the runners for tomorrow. Got that? Now, who else needs a bowl of pasta? Ah, Captain. It looks like you haven't got any.
Oh, thank you, Pavy. I think I'm going to need this.
Don't worry, Captain. You'll be fine. We'll all be cheering for you.
Thank you, Pavy.
And actually, that reminds me, if everyone's got their food, I think it might be time for some entertainment. Okay. Okay, everybody. Excuse me. Can I have your attention for a moment? Oh, thank you. To celebrate the first ever Freeport Marathon, we've written a special Obla Air marathon song, which we are now going to perform for you. Girls, where are you?
Oh, hi there.
Oh, are you ready? Good. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3.
At Obla Air we go the distance. We don't care where, 'cause we're persistent. You'll get there with our assistance. Obla Air we go the distance!
Is that it?
Yes. What do you think?
Well, it's not exactly Frank Sinatra, is it?
Oh, Vinny, I think you're being unkind. I think it's quite catchy.
Absolutely, Pavy. I think you've done a great job. In fact, I think everyone's done a great job. Thanks for coming to our pasta party. I know tomorrow is going to be a great day, so let's make the most of it. Good luck! So, Vinny, do you think we will capture the hearts of Freeport tomorrow?
Let's wait and see, Captain.
So when Muzz is told he couldn't have a bowl of pasta, what does he ask for? He says,
Perhaps I could have some more of that new Betsy's Booster instead.
that's Betsy's special energy drink. It used to taste horrible, but as Muzz explains, she's changed the recipe.
You know she mixed it with orange juice. It actually tastes really nice now. A bit weird, but really nice.
And weird is a word that means strange. And what's the reaction to Pavy's Obla Air marathon song? Vinny says,
It's not exactly Frank Sinatra, is it?
of course Frank Sinatra was a famous American singer, so Vinny thinks the song is not very good. But Betsy says,
I think you're being unkind. I think it's quite catchy.
if a song is catchy, it means it has a nice tune and it's easy to remember. And the captain agrees with Betsy. He says,
Pavy, I think you've done a great job. In fact, I think everyone's done a great job.
and finally, does Vinny think that Obla Air will capture the hearts of Freeport at the marathon tomorrow? He just says,
Let's wait and see, Captain. You're listening to Obla Air, a Learn English radio series brought to you by the British Council. And remember, you can find more resources at the British Council Learn English website at learnenglish.britishcouncil.org.
In the next scene, we join the captain and Layla at the start of the race. Layla asks,
How are you feeling, Captain?
and what is his reply to that question? They then look around and the captain says,
Things are looking good.
and what does he particularly like about what he sees? Next, we hear an announcement on the public address system.
To start the first ever Freeport Marathon, here is the head of the Marathon Committee, Sophia Eden-Howe.
Sophia then makes a short speech. And what does she ask the crowd to do? Let's listen and find out.
So how are you feeling, Captain?
Oh, nervous, to tell the truth.
Yeah, me too. And at least I've done some training.
Oh, but things are looking good. I mean, all these flags and banners everywhere.
Yeah, Betsy, Pavy and everyone came down here after the party last night and put them all up.
Well, they did a great job. It really looks like the Obla Air Marathon, doesn't it?
And there's no sign of the Freeport Juice Corporation at all.
No, you're right.
And there were loads of their posters here just a few days ago.
Oh, and when you look around, everyone's wearing Obla Air t-shirts. Absolutely everyone.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I would say things are looking good, Captain.
Yeah. Now all we need to do is run a marathon.
Right.
To start the first ever Freeport Marathon, here is the head of the Marathon Committee, Sophia Eden-Howe. Sophia.
Thank you so much. Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the first ever Freeport Marathon. It's wonderful to see so many runners taking part. I'll keep this brief, but I would like to thank everybody who's worked so hard to make this event possible. And in particular, I'd like to thank the sponsor of today's race, Obler Air. In fact, Captain Obler is running today and he's somewhere down there at the starting line. Give us a wave, Captain. Yes, there he is, number 197. He tells me he's only done 3 days training for this race, which means he'll certainly need a lot of support. So if you see the captain, please give him a big cheer. Right, well, is everybody ready?
Yay!
I said, is everybody ready?
Yeah!
Well, good luck! It is now my pleasant duty to start the first ever Freeport Marathon. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1!
Well, how is the captain feeling at the start of the race? He says,
Nervous, to tell the truth.
And when the captain looks around, what does he like about what he sees? He says,
All these flags and banners everywhere?
a banner is a big piece of cloth with a name or a slogan on it. Layla tells the captain,
Betsy, Pavy and everyone came down here after the party last night and put them all up.
and she adds,
There's no sign of the Freeport Juice Corporation at all.
Of course, they were the previous sponsors of the marathon, but by mistake, lots of their posters had been put up in the centre of Freeport, and runners had been sent their T-shirts too. But the captain is happy to see that those problems have all been sorted out now. He says,
When you look around, everyone's wearing Obler Air T-shirts.
Sophia then makes a short speech. She thanks Obler Air for their sponsorship and tells the crowd about the captain.
He's only done 3 days training for this race, which means he'll certainly need a lot of support.
And what does she ask the crowd to do? She says,
If you see the captain, please give him a big cheer.
And to find out what happens to the captain and Layla during the marathon, make sure you join us again next time. You're listening to Obler Air, a Learn English radio series, brought to you by the British Council. Now let's remind you of some of the vocabulary that we've met in today's programme. Do you remember the word that Muz used that meant strange?
You know, she mixed it with orange juice. It actually tastes really nice now. A bit weird, but really nice.
Perhaps I'll try a glass later.
And the word that means strange is
Weird. Weird.
A little later, we heard Betsy use a word to describe a song with a nice tune that's easy to remember.
Well, it's not exactly Frank Sinatra, is it?
Oh, Vinny, I think you're being unkind. I think it's quite catchy.
Absolutely.
And the word is...
Catchy. Catchy.
And finally, what's the word for a big piece of cloth with him or a slogan on it? You'll hear the captain use it in this clip.
But things are looking good. I mean, all these flags and banners everywhere.
Yeah, Betsy, Pavy and everyone came down here after the party last night and put them all up.
And the word is...
Banner. Banner.
But that's all for today. You've been listening to Obler Air, a Learn English radio series brought to you by the British Council. And remember, you can find more resources to help you learn English at learnenglish.britishcouncil.org. Until the next time, from David Evans and me, Joan Walker.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.